Hi, James Stroffus with Claritas Access Group. Some breaking news out of New York. There was approximately 230 med spas that were inspected recently, I think in January, where there was over 87 violations filed. 87 practices were non-compliant according to the Drug Supply Chain Security Act. Some were mislabeled or illegal or counterfeit Botox. Some were injectables that were not stored properly. The other part that got them in trouble was the lack of ability to receive and verify what was ordered, what was received. But probably one of the biggest things besides the counterfeit drug and the lack of quarantine in those drugs is the proper receiving process. But more importantly was the inability for the practice to show real time where these drugs were administered to or to whom. And Board of Pharmacy came in to look at the inventory based off the data, because now with the DSCSA, they have real data of how much was shipped into and how much the practice should have on the shelf, and it didn't reconcile into 87 violations, which will eventually lead to fines. The quarantine or the illegal counterfeit drugs were seized. But once again, we know the practices, you guys are out there doing what's right, but you have to follow the DSCSA, and that is the new enforcement phase of this law that went into effect the end of 2024. Claritas Access, we can help you do audits to make sure your processes are in place, so in case an FDA inspector shows up, you're prepared and ready, and that there'll be no surprises. Call us or email us if we can help.